to say, well, we just had a negotiation for a minimum wage with the president, a new one. Agreements were reached and the president, everybody felt happy and all, and we're waiting for implementation. And then now, suddenly we started seeing some level of drama coming up little by little, and now it's gotten to a full-blown out situation between Labour and the authorities. What exactly is the concern? Well, we'll be speaking with the Deputy General Secretary of the NLC this morning. We're just trying to establish contact with him. He had said they have several meetings to attend this morning, but then he would make out time to join us on the show today. Hopefully, we're able to get a hold of him and get his thoughts. But the very important question that we're asking, if you get on Facebook, is if the police invitation is nothing to worry about, why then are people skeptical? Not just Labour, some corners, Nigerians are also skeptical. And then the Labour as well, very skeptical, but it's just an invitation. Now, we've seen even in the past, many government officials who have been invited and then, answer the questions and then they leave. So what is underneath this one that perhaps some people in the corridors of power or within the Labour space know that we do not know, that is making this one something that's becoming what it is now, which some have tagged a face-off between the Labour and the authorities. Well, on Facebook, we are streaming live at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Again, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. So please do to join in on the conversation and drop your comments and tell us what your opinion is and what you think. Because these charges, some would say, well, what could have led to? I mean, Joe Jairo, if you had listened, I beg your pardon, Osifo had said the police did not even make public this thing that they said they found. The letter just carried heavy charges that according to him, no basis. So it becomes even difficult for anybody to want to, from his perspective, to trust the situation. He thinks it smells foul, and well, this could be one way that the government is trying to see how it intimidates Labour. Now, does this have anything to do with the implementation of this new minimum wage? There is also that conversation, because there are many core members that are excited and waiting and hoping that the implementation is supposed to start at most, was it last month or this month? This month, because that agreement was entered into from last month. So hopefully this month we're supposed to see that implementation. And the month is already, we're towards the end of the month already. So there's also the school of thought that, is this some sort of distraction that might, cause a delay in the implementation of the minimum wage? Or is this something that has to do with, remember the protest that came, accusations pointed towards Labour, pointed towards the Labour Party and its presidential candidate in the last elections. We all saw all that happened. So what is this? Some have said it could be political, to see how. All right, Mr. Chris, thank you for joining us. Good morning, Mr. Chris. Good morning. We'd have to call back. I think we got interrupted by the network there. And so all of this, some have said it's political. Perhaps, it's one way to weaken the Labour Party, especially when you know that most the structure party lies heavily on what's on Labour unions and its members. I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just trying to give you the different opinions that we have in public space. Samson Oji on Facebook says, tell those Labour leaders, if they want to strike, let it be only their Labour union members. Let them not disturb other bodies. Just inviting of a Labour chairman by the police, that is why they are planning to go on strike, for their own selfish reason. Samson Oji. So there are those that would say this. All right, Mr. Chris, good morning. Yes, Mr. Chris, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. Good morning.
No. I thought with this to join now. Where I am is not conducive.
Okay. All right. We'll just try to call you back later, but we needed to just have like a few minutes of your time because we can hear you clearly at the moment. We can hear you very clearly, and there's no disturbance over here. I mean, the quality of your audio seems very fantastic.
So I can only give you 5 minutes.
All right, 5 minutes it is. We just need you to tell us why several labor unions are saying that they would go on strike, and what is the situation with this division and labor with the police?
But we have made all these things clear. Nigeria is governed by laws. The Nigerian police is a creature of laws. The Nigerian Labour Congress is also a creation of the law. And where there is no law, what you have is chaos. So the Nigerian police and Nigerian state must also be guided by the law. And so any of these that acts beyond the law would mean.
But is it out of place? Is it out of place for the police to invite the labor leader for questioning based on what perhaps they think they found from their investigation? Because they say his name was mentioned in some of those charges, and that's why they're inviting him in for questioning. There are Nigerians that think that it shouldn't be a force.
It's clearly an attempt at intimidation and harassment of the trade union movement, of the trade union leader. All of us have seen what has happened since the last year. There are serial attacks on the leadership of the trade union movement in Nigeria. All of us witnessed the invasion of our secretary. All of us witnessed the sordid events in Imo State last year, where the IG of police was present and the president of NLC was abducted, brutalized, and taken away. And police tried it, and nothing happened. Do you understand? So we have witnessed this continuous attack on the trade union movement and trade union leaders. As we speak today, the police is occupying the national headquarters of the National Union of Road Transport Workers.
All right, Mr. Chris, we'll take 2 more minutes of your time after this commercial. Just stay on the line for us, please.
Are you looking for a school
Deputy General Secretary of the NLC, Mr. Chris Onyeka. Mr. Chris would have to try and call him back. I think we got tired of waiting, maybe. As you could hear from the background, I told you earlier that he had an event that he was supposed to attend, and that's the reason why we're struggling to get him on the line. But you heard some of the things he said just before we went on the commercial. Why the Labour is concerned about honoring that invitation, especially looking at what they had seen in the past year and how Labour and its leaders have been treated by government and security authorities, and that's the reason why they are skeptical with regards to this one. What are your thoughts? On Facebook, we have more messages coming in. If you haven't joined us, we're streaming live, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. That is the handle. So go there, like the page, and join in on the conversation. Unfortunately, if we're able to get a guest back on, we would. But I'm pretty sure you would agree that he has said answered one of the major questions that you have the back of your mind, because one person had sent a message on Facebook saying, for their own personal interest, what's there? Because they asked your leader to come. Now you know why they are concerned. Ismail Tamanokuro says they are scared of the upcoming nationwide protest. That's why they are trying to put him behind bars. Okay. That's also another angle, because the conversations around the protest, another protest could come in October, and some people think that Labour is strongly behind it. I remember speaking with the Labour leaders at the national level, and they had said, well, they are not behind it. They are not sponsoring anything. That protest that we saw were Nigerians coming out on their own. And I'm pretty sure if you look at that protest and many people on the streets, they are not Labour union workers or part of any Labour union. At least there are many of them who are not, and they're just Nigerians who wanted to express their position. Well, perhaps the police or the government got information that made them think otherwise. Thank God Ability says Joe Ajayere is not above the law. He should honor police invitation. Livingstone Anyike on Facebook says, good morning. Labour has seen what the police said against their leader. They should file the case to the court against the police since their leaders didn't know anything about terrorism. This is Kennedy Chinedu says, good morning. Everyone in the studio, clear conscience fears no accusation. If Ajayere has a skeleton in his cupboard, then why is he panicking? Exactly what I thought too. I think the preamble when we started, I was introducing to say the Nigerian system is perhaps why some people are also scared. I mean, even many people now, let's say Kennedy Chinedu, if police station invite you for something now, you would think twice. You would first of all pause and say, why? I mean, it's especially when you look at the situation and feel like this thing, it does not make sense to me. You would always go like, why? Well, what should I go and answer for? All right. So there's the Nigerian factor and the relationship and how we've perceived the authorities over the years. That could also play a role. But you heard clearly what the guest said. That antecedents is the main reason why they are concerned. And Joe Ajayere did not say he would not honor, but he gave his own date when he would come. He said he's not going to go appear on the 20th, but he would appear on the 29th. I mean, he said this through his lawyer, Femi Falana. So, yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. In the meantime, we'll go to the phone lines and get your thoughts. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. Unfortunately, we couldn't get too much from my guest, and we're still trying to reestablish contact. The moment we do, hopefully we'll find out more from him. But you already heard what he said. If you missed it, it's very simple. Go on Facebook. We're streaming, so you can rewind it and watch it again. It's very easy. That's the beauty of a live stream on Facebook. So you can just go back, take it back a bit and hear what he said. And subscribe to the page because we're still going to have it up there so you can listen to it over and over again, as well as other contents that we have on our Facebook page. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. The numbers that you can call to participate this morning. We were asking why is Labour skeptical? for you, even as a Nigerian, are you concerned? Do you have any concerns with regards to this drama that we're seeing? On Facebook, this person says, Fear me, good morning. No police officer has invited people without arrest too. So if the Labour leader goes there, they will definitely arrest him. James from Bori. All right, James, what you're saying now is, I think, should I say open secret or public knowledge? If we look at the history of these things, we've seen how it happened. And perhaps it's why many get concerned. But this could be different because there are few people who have also gone to the police and, left the same day they went after answering the questions they needed to answer. But there are many others who have gone and were kept there. And then what we hear is there are still more questions to ask and more questions to ask. And before you know, from there, it's arrest. From there, it's a lot of things. It's indeed an assault on the sensitivity of Nigerian workers at the federal government. Rather than fixing the economy, are now busy planning to intimidate Joe Ajaero over nothing. Christian Williams from Igbo Iche sent that one in on WhatsApp. Another message here says, the truth is that the federal government wants to intimidate Labour into submitting to their poor policies that will lead to quietness across borders, especially the new wage. They feel they were forced to agree, even what they agreed is absolutely nothing to write home about compared to the reality on ground. Ezenye Chima from Amerilu. That's from you. Jude is in Omuma. Hello, Jude. Good morning.
Good morning. Why Labour is hesitant, or Jajero is hesitant in answering the police, or going to answer the police invitation. The way the police started it before inviting the Labour leader shows that the police has done something or has a bad intention. Let me tell you, if they think a Labour leader can be intimidated, Joe Ajaero have known him. If somebody like Joe Ajaero can be intimidated, he does not worth being a Labour leader. The police should have that in their mind. Now, they went and searched the Labour office without should I say, search warrant. If there was, nobody signed it. They just broke through the Labour office, ransacked the office, went out with some documents. Would anybody, any Nigerian not think that the Nigerian police we know might have even gone there with incriminating documents planted there, and now they are inviting the Labour leader for questioning based on the document that allegedly they found in the office? Who is fooling who? So that invitation, they should know that nowhere in the world can a Labour leader be arrested and then the masses, because the Labour represent the masses, without the masses reacting. Nowhere, I said nowhere in the world. And they cannot be in Nigeria, where they can pick a Labour leader, invite him, probably detain him, and they think the masses, whom the Labour represent, will just sit down and watch them do that. The Nigerian government, the security or the police had better watched it. If they are not prepared for more trouble, they should give peace a chance. Let me borrow your language. They should give peace a chance. Intimidation will not work.
All right, Jude.
That's my stand.
Ida from Nkoro. Good morning.
Yeah, Andrew, thank you for this topic.
Yeah.
Andrew, I want to ask a question. When police is going to the Labour House, they call anybody, they search warrant, they mitigate man, or call the board chairman that they are going to a place to search the house. Because I remember when people go to search it, they might hold something in their hand. As I would say, wait, let me bring out my pocket. So I want to ask them a question. Please, why going to that place? Did they call anybody to witness the searching? Because police is bringing a lot of problems. As your police, please call your men to order. Look at what is happening in River State. They say they are waiting for court order to come. Court order has come, but they are still in all the premises of the council. They want to vacate the place. Now they are waiting for election time. After election, they want to vacate the place. It's not good now. As your police, please do the right thing at the right time.
All right, Ida, thank you very much. Robin is in a chair. Robin, good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrew.
Good morning, Robin.
It's very unfortunate, but these are the kind of discussions we'll continue to engage ourselves on national radio because of the character of those who are manning offices, different positions in the context of Nigerian state. In this regard, is Nigerian police. You sent an invitation letter to someone, and the invitation letter is almost like a charge sheet that you want to present an accused person or a suspect in the court. That is the invitation letter. Is it not funny? Then again, I am aware that Joajero is saying that he will attend the invitation, already replied by his lawyer. So there's nothing to say Joajero, the labor leader, is jittery. He has told them, I am going to come. And the law allows that. But I want to advise the Inspector General of Police to go back in history and read about Tafa Balogun, who has occupied the same position he's occupying today. That he felt after he was being decorated as IG, that is feeling like a lion. It's not for him to devour Nigerians. That with the political bourgeois, they want to conquer us as Nigerians. But we will say no. The arrest and detention of the labor leader is like the federal government want to ignite a fire. Good morning, Robin Manja, the farmer.
Lugat in a chair. Good morning.
Yes, Andrew, I greet you especially.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, Lugaman from Iche. Yeah, I want to say that the scenario that is playing about the labor leader and invitation by the police, for me, not that Joe Ajero is afraid of answering the invitation, but the way and manner Nigerian government and Nigerian police behaves at times cause for serious concern. If it is in a developed country, why be afraid? But and remember, the first time there was an allegation that DSS invaded Ajero's office, Labour's office, and up to today, both police and the DSS, no one claimed responsible. And at the same time, some documents were taken away, and nobody knew what they did with it, and maybe the outcome or whatever may be. But please, I want to say that the protest was not organized by Labour. It was organized by Nigerians, concerned Nigerians, including you and me, that came out and said enough is enough for this management of this country. That the hunger is everywhere. Then what is wrong? And you single out labor leader to invite or for whatsoever. Please, I want to say that the international community, please come in, because Nigeria is heading to somewhere, and we will not sit back and watch a federal government or Nigerian police maybe trample on the rights of a labor leader, even though their previous record is nothing to write home about. For today, we are solidly behind Labour, and we are making sure that this country moves forward, no matter whatsoever. Thank you, Lugaman from AJ.
All right, Lugaman, thank you very much. GRA now, we have Zion calling from there. Good morning.
Andrew, good morning to you.
You're welcome. Go on.
At least this attack on Joe Ajero will give birth to millions of Joe Ajeros in Nigeria. The Joe Ajero once held as a government official, a labor leader, recognized and respected by his people. And you trump up charges against him that are so obnoxious. How are we sure the money they claim they saw in his hand was not given by him by the presidency? How are we sure he failed to abide to their own agreement and they tend to nailing? They said it's funding. How are we not sure that the money they gave him is not a greedy man? He chooses to share the money among the concerned citizens. The truth is this. It's unfortunate that the President Tinubu administration is characterized by men of incompetency. Their ineptitude are exposed solve the price of Gary to drop down in 1 minute, not one. But you go after people. There are cases in court that involve the federal government that I feel that it shouldn't be. The Joe Ajero is not your problem. If it's a terrorist financier, can you mention the name of the terrorist organization is funding? Mr. Zion.
All right, thank you very much, Zion. Leighton Barry from Bori. Good morning.
Good morning, Isi and Andrew.
Good morning, Leighton Barry.
Yes. For me, I think what is happening to Labour is lack of sincerity to its people. That is what is happening to Labour. Because whenever you are not sincere to your people, the reply or the reward of your actions will be detriment to you. I keep saying this because if you look at the Labour arrangement with the federal government, it has not been sincere. You will say they get 70,000 naira and people are happy. Who is happy? Are you happy that 70,000 naira that cannot buy even a bag of rice, even if you say, okay, let me use my 1 month salary to purchase a bag of rice. It cannot buy the bag of rice, nor a bag of beans. Then you tell me people are happy. I don't want, that statement is an understatement when I hear it. And with the present attitude of federal government, which we know, that these people, the federal government, if they give you something with right hand, they will take it with left hand. And the Labour knowing fully well that they are dealing with politicians that are irreplaceable. You cannot say you want to do a protest or a strike, and you don't hold the people ransom for them to be in agreement with you totally. And you do a thing and tomorrow you lose back and go back, and at the end of the day, they take you for nothing, for granted. Look at how they are being used. It's because of the way they handle their affairs. That is what I will tell you, Andrew. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Leighton Barry. Chima is another George. Hello, Chima. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew.
You're welcome, Chima.
Andrew is a gimmick. That is what is happening. The government wants to divert the attentions of Nigerians. But I must tell Nigerians, our eyes should be on the ball. What we are facing right now is economic crisis. That is where our focus should be. Inviting labor in the name of whatever, whether they were involved on the protest. And come to think of it, it's protest against the law. Protest is within the confines of the law. It's a constitutionally guaranteed right. If somebody is not pleased with certain policy, you have the right to protest. I was part of that protest. I should be invited also. You understand? I went for the protest. So I don't know why federal government, whatever, where all this is coming from. I think it's one of these things. When you have somebody who is loyal to you, you put him in office. Kayode Betekon is a loyalist to the president. So he's acting on whatever the president is telling him, undermining the collective interest of the nation. That is what is happening right now. I think this government has demonstrated inefficiency, diverting the attentions of Nigeria from the economic hardship we are facing, other than inviting labor leaders to do what? We have heard terrorists, even UAE. We are able to name terrorists as sponsors in Nigeria. Nigerian government has never one day come out openly to prosecute terrorist sponsors. We have seen banners who came out on TikTok. We are doing giveaway on TikTok. Nigerian government is not seeing it. So how come that you are inviting Joe Ajero, who is a labor leader? Now let me say this finally, Andrew. I think federal government, there will be another crisis because right now protest is looming. I tell you. Thank you.
All right, JJ is in Rumigbo. Quickly, JJ, let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Andrew, for how long have we had Boko Haram killing our people like handshake? Nobody told us. And the Sokoto monarch died in the hands of two of us. Even the president is mourning with the family of the monarch. I don't get the other London, Dubai.
JJ, unfortunately, we have interferences from your end. We can't get you clearly. There are interferences with the service, so we might have to move on. We'll take one more call. Wellington in Onyeka. That would be you, and then Igor is next. Well, let's hear from Wellington first in Onyeka. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yep, Wellington, go on.
The truth of the matter is there is fire in the house, and the federal government are looking for us. That's what it is.
Go.
They told us that,
Go ahead.
They told us that in the building they were looking for somebody, a suspect, in the labor union building. Now they came out again, they told us that the labor union had a charge against them. They have raised a terrorist charge against them. And are you not seeing that there is no fair leadership? These are just rulers. Andrew, if you go straight to your dictionary, when you say a leader is somebody who sees the vision, foresees, and then leads the people into it. What we are having in this country is still that there is no leadership. They just want to put us in one box so that we don't talk, we don't speak, and remain in perpetual poverty. That's the idea. Because they are not solving problems, they are bringing problems, and they want to lead us. They want to keep us in our knees. Like my friend from one of the riverine communities say, we are conquered people. But unfortunately, Nigerians are not going to be conquered by the leader. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. Igor from Isiokbo, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, friend.
Good morning.
Yeah. You see, there's more to this situation, this invitation, which will come up in the time. If Joe Ajero, I know, as at the time I was in the union, in Peng, the Joe Ajero at the time, he still remains the Joe Ajero. Now, as the president of the devil, nothing, no scratch on him. They cannot, intimidation can change him. I know there's more to this invitation. The federal government wants to act on something, and they want to cage him. They want to cage him before they come up with it. Tell me, police will go to an office, ransack an office, no search warrant, nothing in this country. And they will not come up again inviting somebody, this terrorism, you are sponsoring this, you are doing that. Inviting him. Nigerians should learn to stand up and speak up when it comes, when it matters like this. I'm not the man of, I listen to people every blessed day, every blessed politically and every otherwise. But I have one pain in me that Nigerians hate to stand up when it matters. Only these two young men, Deju and Shore. Amara Shore, these are two guys that stand up for everything. They know when they see they will shout. Others will sit and be watching. People will be categorizing others. If it is time Nigerians to stand up for their rights. So Onyeka said, which way Nigeria, that woman has died, but that music remains in my heart, in my head every time. I am a senior citizen. I am so pained. I am on my bed now in my room. I am so pained with what is going on in this country. That somebody like you, Ajay, will be invited by police for just no cause. Framed, fabricated issues. We're asking them to come, and they will cage you. Federal government will come up with what they want to.
All right, Igor.
They want to speak for the labor. Thank you. That's my case.
Thank you very much. And with that call, we wrap things up on the Morning Crossfire today. Hello, Port Harcourt with Jude is coming up next. That would be immediately after the news at 9. Remember that you can go back online on Facebook at Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. You can watch the Morning Crossfire again. If you want to hear what my guest, the Deputy Secretary General of the NLC, said, well, you can find it there. Good morning.
up to date with ideas for sustainable development.